Good day everyone, my name is Alex and welcome to a new Android TV box review. Well, we haven't had one of these on the channel for quite some time, so today I have the H96 Max, and this is among one of the most powerful TV boxes available on the market. For pricing, well, this is not cheap and it's gonna cost you somewhere around $120, but of course it really depends where you're gonna buy it from. For specs, we have the RK3399 CPU. This is a Hexa-Core CPU. We also have 4 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of internal storage, and the device is running Android 6.0.1. You can also buy this with 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of internal storage, and of course that one is going to be a bit cheaper. The H96 Max comes in a decent looking box, and on the front we see the model name. However, there are no specs anywhere on the box. Inside you're gonna find the device itself. We are also gonna find the user manual. The user manual is in English and it's got some instructions in there. There is also an HDMI cable, the power adapter, and this is the same power adapter that we've seen for past TV boxes. We also have a remote control, but the remote control is not that useful, so I do recommend using a wireless keyboard and mouse for a much better experience. The TV box itself, it's made out of plastic entirely, and there is no nice way of putting this. It feels very cheap. So on the top there you're gonna see the model name, which is the H96 Max, and the Rockchip logo. On the right hand side you're gonna find a slot for an SD card, and since we have Android 6.0.1 running on this device, you can easily install an SD card as internal storage. As for the internal storage, out of that 32 gigs that comes with this device, we have about 28 gigs left, but the speeds that I got for the internal storage are quite good. On the other side of the device you're gonna find a USB-C port and 2 USB ports. One of those ports is a USB 3 port. On the back we have the network adapter port, we also have the optical out, the HDMI out, AV, and lastly the port for the power adapter. I've tried DTS sound and Dolby Digital sound and they both work good. However, you're not going to be able to use Kodi 17.1 for that. So if you want to see any video files that have DTS sound or Dolby Digital sound, you're going to have to use the built-in player, and they only work for that player. Since we have the powerful Rockchip 3399 CPU, the scores that I got on the Antutu benchmark, the Geekbench 4 and the iStorm Extreme are very good and much better than any other TV box with Logic S912. And since we have 4 gigs of RAM available, multitasking seems to work very good as well, so you can keep a whole bunch of apps running in the background and the TV box doesn't seem to close them. For those of you that are interested, this device has root access from the factory. However, you're not going to be able to watch Netflix in HD based on the digital rights management information that we get. We also have dual band Wi-Fi and Bluetooth connectivity, and that means that you're going to be able to connect to the 2.4 and the 5 GHz Wi-Fi bands. Now, the speeds that I got over a wired connection are very good. The speeds that I got over the 5 GHz Wi-Fi band are also very good. However, the speeds that I got over the 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi band, well, they're very bad, and I'm not sure why that's happening. I've also tried the built-in YouTube app, and the maximum resolution that I was able to select was 1080p. Now keep in mind that my TV's maximum resolution is 1080p, so this could be different depending on the TV that you have connected to the TV box. The videos that I watched played fairly smooth, however I've seen better in the past. This also comes pre-installed with Kodi 17, and you can actually get updates for Kodi right from the Google Play Store. Kodi also comes with a few pre-installed add-ons, but not a whole bunch of them, and the ones that I tried seem to work fine without any issues, but keep in mind that Kodi works good on pretty much any device.
I'd like to find one of them too, you know?
The Google Play Store seems to work good on this device, however it's not the fastest that I've seen, so it takes a while when you open new apps. Now, another thing that I noticed about the Google Play Store is the fact that some apps are not available to download on this device and you have to sideload them. Gaming also works decent, however this is not the best gaming experience that I've seen, so I've seen some TV boxes with Logic S912 that do better for that Real Racing 3 game that I've played. Alright, now that you have a better idea about its performance, I'm gonna start recording the screen. I wanna show you how the launcher looks, I wanna show you some video files and see how well they play, and overall to see how this performs for day-to-day usage. This is the launcher that we get to the H96 Max, and even though it doesn't look bad, we don't have that much functionality, so you can definitely install a different launcher from the Google Play Store. The cool thing about it is the fact that we have the navigation bar at the bottom, and you can actually hide that as well, and that means that we also have the notification tab on top right here, so if you get any notifications you can access them from there. This doesn't come pre-installed with a whole bunch of apps. We get a camera app that obviously doesn't work because we don't have a camera on this device. We have the File Explorer, Facebook Gallery, but we don't get Miracast anywhere, so using Miracast is going to be a bit challenging. The settings app, it's also a bit simplified, so at network here you can connect to the Wi-Fi or over a cable. If we go to time and date, you can basically choose and change the time and date. At sound, depending on your setup at home, you can select different sounds. And moving back here, a display, you can change the screen resolution. Of course, this will be different depending on the TV that you have connected to the TV box. And moving back here at storage, you can see how much storage we have available. I don't have an SD card connected at this time. And these are all the languages that are available. So I'm just gonna scroll through them and hopefully you see the one that you may be interested in. And lastly, at the device info, you can see some information about the device. So we have the H96 Max, and this is the Android version that we have running at this particular time. You can also access the advanced settings if you go back to your apps. So back here, apps, and you press this one here. This is basically your old settings app. Now, if you're gonna try watching some video files on Kodi, well, unfortunately they don't work from a USB stick. So let me just click on this one, for example. I'll just show you what happens. So you just get a black screen, and realistically nothing happens. So I'll skip to another file so I can show that it does the same with pretty much all the files. So if we click on this one, again, we just get a black screen and nothing happens. So Kodi, it's definitely not working well while reading from a USB stick or anything like that. So I'll just try one more time, just so I can show you that Kodi doesn't exactly work, but it would work if we would actually have an online stream. So if you want to watch any video files on this device, you're gonna have to use this video player right here. So with this one here, you can actually watch all the files that I've just showed you. So I'm gonna go ahead and start opening some of those video files. We'll start with this one here. So with this one it works good, and even DTS sound and Dolby Digital sound works good without any issues. The issue must be with the optimization done for Kodi. So this one works good. We'll stop this, we'll move back. We'll move back once again. Let me find some 4K file. This is a 4K file right here. And as you can probably tell, it does seem to work good without any issues. So the issue is definitely coming from the optimization of Kodi. So let me find a different 4K file. So we have another 4K file right here, and this one also seems to work good. So we'll stop this one and we'll move back. This is a 720p file, and I'm gonna skip to the middle here. And this one also works good. We'll move back. We'll try this one here. I'm not sure if this will actually work. This doesn't seem to work on most devices. We'll just skip forward. So no, this one will not work. We'll move back. This is a 1080p file, I believe. So we'll just give it a second. We'll skip forward. And this one also seems to work good. We'll move back here and see what other files we may have. So we have this one right here. We'll just skip towards the end. And this one also seems to do okay. So basically all the files that we tried using this video player work without any issues, but as soon as you wanna use Kodi, none of the files from a USB stick or a hard drive or anything like that will actually work. And it's time to conclude this video. So even though we have a very powerful CPU, this is a very slow TV box and everything is done in slow motion realistically. Once you open an app, it works okay, not horrible, but everything is done in slow motion. So for example, look what happens if I click on that plus. So you wait a second, we waited like 3 seconds, and then another 2 seconds to actually close that. So definitely not the best experience, and much faster than a lot of other devices with Amlogic S912. Not to mention the price for those, it's much cheaper. So I don't believe that this device will ever get any updates, so keep that in mind, that you're gonna be stuck with this software forever and ever unless you install a different ROM, and that could be better. But as of now, I wouldn't actually buy this device, and I would probably get something with Amlogic S912. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.